Hello, Girl Scouts! I am Dr. Kelly Moran, and I'm a good friend of Mrs. Klutz. And I am just so excited and actually honored to speak to you tonight. I think it's really cool that I was able to record myself and send you this video because unfortunately I can't meet with you live this evening. We're actually celebrating my daughter's 6th birthday. But anyways, I hear that you all have been working on and discussing some female leadership and empowerment issues. And I am super impressed by that and really moved by that. What a great topic for you all to explore and learn more about. So thank you for reaching out to me and asking me to share a little bit about myself and my journey with you. I hope that you learn a couple new things and also feel very inspired and motivated to follow the dreams and goals of your heart and your mind and your vision. So let's see. The first question I'm going to answer is, what do I do for a living? What's my job and my career? And I am a curriculum supervisor for the Chardon Local School Districts. And I am the principal this year of kindergarten. Prior to that, I was a building principal at Maple Elementary for grades K through 5. Before that, I was a curriculum director in a different school district, Kirtland. And before that, I was an assistant principal at an elementary school. And before that, I was a 3rd grade teacher. So anyways, what I'm doing right now, though, is curriculum work and being a principal. So what does that mean that I do on a daily basis? Well, one of the biggest things I do is help lead and organize people. I have to manage people. So I have to help teachers, secretaries, custodians, cafeteria workers. I have to make sure that I hire good people, I evaluate good people, I give them professional job responsibilities to do, and I check in on them. And I also have to make sure that the environment that we work in is a healthy, happy, and safe one. So I do a lot of work to motivate and encourage people, keep them happy and healthy so that when they come to work each day, they can do their best work. In addition, I do things like I make schedules. So I create schedules. I work with budgets and numbers and money. So I make sure that I know how much money our school building has to spend and needs to spend to pay bills and buy the materials that we need and make sure people get paid. And I do that for curriculum as well. And curriculum is a big word that explains all the things that we need to learn in school. I oversee compliance from the state. So Ohio has a Department of Education, and they have a bunch of rules and regulations and objectives that we in the school buildings need to follow. And I make sure that we're following all of those rules. And then I address any concerns or questions. Sometimes parents have questions or concerns. Sometimes teachers have questions or concerns. Sometimes students have questions and concerns. Whatever problem is out there related to school or going to school or learning, oftentimes people will come to me and ask me to help solve that problem. Sometimes the problems are really small and easy, and other times the problems can be big ones and can be more challenging. The next question, what led me to this role? I have to tell you, I had a magical, amazing middle school English language arts teacher when I was in middle school. I adored her. She taught me so many things, and she believed in me, and she saw potential in me. And that's when I started to really think that I aspired to be like her. And I felt like I wanted to be a teacher just like she was. And do you know what? She eventually became a principal, and I saw that, and I wanted to be a principal just like her. My mom was also a teacher, and so I think having that influence in my house growing up led me to wanting to be a teacher. And I always really did like school. It might sound a little nerdy, but I did. I liked school, I did well at school, and I felt comfortable in school. So maybe it was just a natural setting for me to want to be in. The best part of my job, there's actually a lot, so it's hard to pick just one. But one of the truly best parts of my job is feeling like I make a difference. As I said before, a large part of what I do is being a problem solver, and it feels very rewarding and fulfilling to help someone and to help someone solve a problem. Sometimes when someone comes to me and asks me to help or they need something, at first it can be challenging and I might not have the answer right away. And it might make me think, man, this is going to take a lot of energy and work to figure this out. But I can tell you the end result, once it's solved or once we addressed it, I feel really good knowing that I made a difference. The other parts of my job that I consider to be the best parts or that I love the most is that I feel like I'm giving back. I had really good teachers and a really good school experience, and I want to be able to give that to kids now and families now. Grown-ups, moms and dads who are sending their kids to school, I want to be able to give back to them a similar fun, wonderful, enjoyable experience just like I had. And I really believe in a service mentality. And something tells me because you're in Girl Scouts that you also subscribe to that you want to serve. You want to serve your community. You want to serve those around you. And I feel like that's a big part of what gives human beings meaning and purpose in their life is when they serve others. And so I knew I wanted to pick a job in which I could serve others. And so that's probably what I would say is one of the best parts of what I do now. Did I know what I wanted to be when I was in fourth grade? I can tell you that I wanted to be two different things when I was in fourth grade. I really thought I wanted to be a marine biologist, which now, as a grown-up, I can tell you it would probably not have been the best career path for me. I thought I wanted to be a marine biologist because as a child, I really liked dolphins. And I liked the idea of being outside in the sunshine near water. However, as I got older and thought more about that and learned more about what it actually entails to be a scientist, I knew that that wouldn't be the best match for me. The other thing I really wanted to be when I was in fourth grade was a weather girl or a weather forecaster on TV on a news station. I've always been someone who's confident. I'm not afraid to speak in front of other people, and I can be animated. And there's always been something interesting to me about weather patterns and changes. I'm one of those people who checks the weather often. I always want to know what the forecast is for the next day. And I thought that that might be a good career pick for me. So there you have it. 3 words from your list that would describe me. Do you know I really loved this activity, that question that you asked me? You guys have an amazing list of qualities. And I know from talking with Mrs. Clute that so many of you in this group embody so many of these qualities on a daily basis. So I really loved reading those words. A lot of them spoke to me and I gravitated towards. This was a challenging exercise for me to only pick just 3. But I went with my gut, and here's what I landed on. Motivated was the first word I gravitated towards. And I wish I could tell you whether or not I've always been motivated because of the way I was brought up, or my parents, or my experiences, or if it's been something that's just more intrinsic and innate in me. I don't know. And maybe it's a combination of both, but I've always been someone who is highly motivated. I was highly motivated to do well in school. I was highly motivated to do well in athletics. I was highly motivated to please people around me and keep them happy. And I've always been highly motivated to learn. I don't just say it because I'm in the field of education, but I read all the time. I love reading and learning new things. And now I'm motivated to be a good mom. I'm motivated to be a good keeper of my home, meaning keeping my house happy and healthy and clean and inviting. I'm very motivated to be a good wife to my husband, and again, a good servant to my community. So I've always been highly motivated. The second word I picked was empowered. And I kind of went back and forth between picking empowered and confident. When I picked empowered, I was thinking along the lines of I've always had a lot of confidence and belief in myself. And when I think of the word empowered, I think of someone being strong and knowing in their mind and their heart and their soul that they have the capabilities to achieve something. And I've known for myself that even if I'm faced with something I don't know how to handle or address right away, I feel empowered to know that I will be able to figure it out and somehow still do a good job. So I've always felt that I have power and capability within me to go after and do the things that I want to do and that I know need to be done. The third word I picked, thoughtful. I picked thoughtful because I like to spend time each day in just quiet contemplation and thinking. And I like to not rush. I like to take my time with things. And I like to consider different perspectives and angles and approaches to things. So I'm one of those who, although I can be very confident and empowered and motivated, I can be empowered to speak up in a meeting and lead a group of staff. I can also be the person who can be a bit quiet because I'm thinking and I'm being thoughtful and reflective. So those are my 3 words. Advice. Giving advice to you all. I wish I could spend hours and hours with you and give you all the advice in the world because there's so much that I want to share and tell you. But I think the most important piece of advice I can give you is to not react too quickly. It's to be thoughtful. Take your time with things, whether it's something related to school or friendship or at your house or major decisions that you're going to make in your life. Don't let anybody pressure you to do or say something too quickly. Don't let anybody push or pressure you to do something you don't feel comfortable or that it doesn't feel right. It's okay to take time and be thoughtful. If it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. And your mind is connected to your heart and your gut and your nervous system. And so taking time to be thoughtful and not rush things will really be a good thing for you in the long run. Finally, one super weird fun fact about me that makes me unique or special. I was, for about 14 years, a competitive roller skater. And some people, when I tell them that, think automatically that I was like in the roller derby. And it wasn't so much like that. But picture figure skating, like ice skating that you see on the Olympics, where men and women do dances on the ice. I did that on roller skates for 14 years. And it was awesome and super cool and fun. And I got to go and compete in states all across the country. And when I was around your age, I actually made it as far as the national competition in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I placed 3rd. So I feel like a unique claim to fame of mine that I was once 3rd in the whole entire nation for competitive roller skating. That's all I have for you. I wish you well. I'm proud of you. Stay true to who you are. Be thoughtful. Don't rush things. And know that I am always here to guide you and champion you and cheer you on in chasing your dreams in life. Be well.